Cam Buford, go ahead.
Hey, Hunter. Tough game for you guys. Do you feel that the defense kind of dictated kind of what you guys was running on offense?
I wouldn't say that necessarily. I just feel like obviously we didn't execute to the level that we should have. Obviously some of those pressures got there and got home today. I felt like we had a pretty good plan against the pressure. And towards the end of the game, obviously they were, bringing the house and were able to get to us.
Hunter, you're right here in the mix, obviously. You're in the locker room every day. What do you see as a fix to this? Is it talent? Is it schematic changes? What do you see as a fix to this, sir?
I don't know. I can't pinpoint it, but I just know that each guy can control what they can control, right? What I control is what coming in, trying to be a leader for this team and continuing to show up to work, continuing to press forward, and that we're just going to take it week by week. That starts next week. Obviously, we got to get a lot better, and we have practice this week to get better, continue to execute, we have a mix of young guys and old guys, and that's every year in the NFL. And so, we just got to get everybody on the same page and, just come back in here this week and get ready to go to work.
What's your strategy, Hunter, as a leader of the team, just to kind of keep you guys on the same accord, to keep you guys positive and come in here and just trying to get better as a team and not separate? What's your strategy for that?
I think encouragement is a big one, right? Positivity. When there's a lot of negativity outside of this locker room, trying to be positive for these guys, lift these guys up, I think it's an example setter. Continue to come to work, continue to be an example on the field, how I work, how I prepare, and don't change anything in that aspect. Maybe even increase it to another level.
Thank you, Hunter. Travel safe. Hey, Kaylin. You got a lot of touches today. Were you eager to kind of get back at your old squad?
I mean, I just want to go win a football game. It was nothing personal. The NFL is a business. Sometimes that's how it goes. So just excited to get out there with my teammates and try to go win a football game. So,
you guys kind of got put behind the 8 ball early with special teams and kind of mishaps early in the first part of the game. Were you comfortable with the strategy to run more, or do you think they should have put the ball in the air a little bit more to kind of get back at it?
I mean, they trust me with the ball in my hands. I feel like I trust our coaches and our game plan. Obviously, we don't expect to get a punt blocked or anything like that, so we just try to, stick with the game plan and what it was.
Hey, Rashawn, you mentioned missing some players in the game, and you guys being professionals and kind of have to fill in. But how much of a detriment is that to your defense when these guys are out? You mentioned Joey's always an impact. Derwin, as you know, is an impact. But the guys, when they're not in the right spot, how big of a detriment is that for you guys?
It's crazy because at the end of the day, you have to go through growing pains, and especially young guys who haven't really seen a lot of play time in this league. And you can only get, in my opinion, get better from playing in the game. I mean, you can get better in practice, of course you can, but we're talking about just seeing and feeling those game-like plays and just the speed of the game and everything.
So you mentioned Tua, your first time you've seen a left-handed quarterback since you've been in the league. Did anything catch you off guard? You said he did it, made all the throws. Anything you saw today kind of catch you off guard or surprise you a little bit?
No, not really. As far as boots and stuff, they just went the opposite way today. Boots usually come when the quarterback boots, he usually goes to our left, and today they were going to our right. But which shouldn't change anything we're doing. It's just it's just something we haven't seen. And yeah, he was pretty efficient in my opinion today.
Rashawn, you guys have given up 29 points in the last 6 games. Mm-hmm. How do you guys fix that, man? Give your offense a chance to kind of pull a game out for you guys.
Well, I feel like we have to fix that in in all phases. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
We have to fix it in all phases. Whether that be, you know, getting the ball in the right field position sometimes.
Sure.
So I mean, I feel like we've been in some unfortunate situations, but that's when we have to bow our necks and kind of, you know, stand up for the team and kind of take away points off the board.
Yeah, I don't necessarily mean to blame that all on the defense, but just as kind of on a collective group. Like, just kind of that's what I was meant. But you gave a pretty good answer. I appreciate your time, man. Travel safe.
All right,
Today, I feel like we got to play. We got to play in all three phases. I take my hat off to the Dolphins. They did a heck of a job. Was disappointed in special teams and some of the things that went on there. When you go on the road, you can't give opponents anything. And I felt like we started the game out with the block punt and then the offsides. That was just not very smart. Put us in the hole off the bat. I thought the guys battled back. I love when we came out at halftime, we said we needed to stop and we need to go down the field and run the football and slow down their pass rush. And I thought we did those two things. But then we gave up a couple of big plays again on defense, and they got 2 scores ahead and they got away from us a little bit in the second half. But overall, it just wasn't good enough, you know, and that's on me. I understand that, but overall, it just wasn't good enough. Any questions?
Cam Buford.
Hey, Coach. You had it right. You guys started the game off not so swell and kind of got behind the A ball, it seems. But with that being said, do you feel the running the ball as much as you did kind of take you out your game plan, or was that the Dolphins dictating to you how you should run your offense?
Well, we were never that far out of the game to not run the football, Cam. You know, you 2 scores down with all your timeouts, you still run the football. I mean, there's plenty of time left in that game when we came back out there in the third quarter, I do believe. So when we had to throw it, well, I feel like at the end, that's what we did. But we had to run it to get back in it and keep them honest.
But when I say that, I feel that Herbert is probably your most explosive player on the field. He's your opportunity to get you more points, and you end up giving more touches to Kalen Ballage and kind of putting the ball in Herbert's hand. Was that a strategy just to combat the pressure that they were given?
Anytime it's second and short, third and short, you know, Caleb is usually my running back. Usually going to touch that ball. You know, we're going to take the high percentage play, but. In this game, with the pressure that we was under and the disguises that they were giving us, no, I didn't think it was smart to throw the ball 50 times. You know, it might have been a lot more going on if we had done that. So I feel like as long as we were in the game, then we had to keep them off balance. We had to stay balanced as we could, but then throw it when we needed to.
Coach, this is a third. You're 3 in 16 with games 8 points or less, I believe the stat is. How do you change that, Coach?
Well, don't think that we're okay with that. I mean, we're
certainly.
I mean, these guys are working every week, and coaches are coaching, and you know, we go out and we play to win the game. We don't play to lose a 1-score game. We play to win the damn game, and we didn't get it done.
Hey, Justin, man, tough game for you guys. How do you feel you guys performed on the offensive side of the ball, and then you in particular?
Yeah, we definitely could have played better. We didn't execute when we needed to, and we didn't put up enough points. And so that's something that we got to work on, and definitely underperformed on offense for us. But, you know, we got to get better, and we'll have another good week of practice.
What did you see from the Miami Dolphins defense scheme of things, how they were attacking you, that kind of gave you some frustrations of the pair?
Yeah, they've got a really great defense, and they're really well coached, and you know, they just played better than us today, and it's unfortunate that we didn't execute like we wanted to. They did a great job disguising their looks, and you know, we just fell short out there today.
Is there a situation you guys had ran the ball, I think 29 times today? Would you like to put the ball in the air a few more times to try to attack their defense a little bit more? Would you like to try that?
We did what we thought was going to do the job for us. That was our game plan going into it, and we believe in those guys up front, and especially the guys running the ball. So anytime that you feel like you got an advantage there, that's what we're going to do.
But you got Keenan Allen out there, Mike Williams, who I don't know if you feel this way, but probably didn't get enough touches going into the game. What's your thoughts on that?
Kind of like I said, we really believe in the 5 guys up front, and especially the guys carrying the ball. yeah, we could always get them the ball more. But hindsight's always 2020, and that's what we did going into the game plan, and we just didn't execute today.
Last one for me. I know you said earlier in the week you're a very competitive guy, but how do you keep the team, as a leader on the team, how do you keep these guys fired up to get better next week than they were obviously this week? What's your strategy for that?
You never give up. Know that it's a long season. There's a lot of football left to be played. There's a lot of games to be played left, and I know that going forward we're going to be better. We're going to continue to do good things during practice and in games, and we're going to get better on it. And you have to keep pushing forward and to never give up.